You can listen from your car, even on your couch. They too raw, who NXT? Handing out smackdowns, follow on IG. Plus, it's sponsored by TagMeADate. Go to YouTube and sub now for every update. It's all wrestling here. No safe space, now listen in. Time to hear from some of the greats. No chance, that's what you got. Up against a machine too strong. Pretty politicians buying souls for runs on puppets. Won't find their place in line. But I am straight around your finger now, boy, 'cause it's just a matter of time. 'Cause you've got no chance. No chance at all. You've got.
So Vince McMahon is back. That did not take very long. Welcome, everybody, to the War Report podcast, brought to you by TagMeADate.com. I'm solo at the moment. I know Al's going to be coming on brief, just a minute or two. Ryan's supposed to be coming on. We got some people down sick. Vince, hope you're feeling better. Kat's going to be on sometime shortly. But, yeah, so we have a lot to cover. We got the Rumble. We've got Raw, SmackDown, and we got Vince McMahon is back. So Meltzer's reporting that a lot of people are nervous backstage and worried now, especially all the people that he let go that now he's back, sort of. I mean, we don't really, I guess, truly understand, other than everything I'm hearing is that he came back just to sell. So if he's going to sell, I'm hearing a lot of rumors of who the front runners are, but I don't know how all that's going to really play out and work. If you think about it, the last thing I think we want is Disney, which I know is one of the top contenders. We have an established relationship with Peacock, but now we're also on the Fox network. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how all that plays. But apparently, as for now, Triple H is still the guy in charge, running the show, and it shouldn't affect or change anything when it comes to the superstars. But is that really true? So there's a lot of questions because it's Vince. We never thought he was actually going to go, let alone come back. Now he's there. So I would be a little worried too. We'll have to see how this all plays. We're promoting the hell out of Cody Rhodes' big return. Wish they would have just left it as a surprise in the Rumble. Hello, Tara. I'm going to assume it's you. Welcome to the show. There we go. We got Ryan. What's up?
Not much. Another big week in wrestling.
Yeah, well, talking about Vince McMahon. That didn't take very long to go down. So obviously he came back, right, just because he wants to sell. You got the front runners. What does this mean for WWE? If it goes to Disney, I think we're really screwed.
Oh, definitely. I could see their fingers in the pot all the way.
Yeah, I just but
did you see?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Did you see the rumor that he was selling to get back in creative control?
Yeah, I did hear that. Hey, Tara, glad you came on. Yeah, no, I did. I heard that. God, I hope not. Triple H is doing a pretty damn good job overall. I think you need to keep it that way.
Definitely.
But Ryan Tara says hello.
Hello, sorry. I was looking at my coffee. I apologize. Hypnotized by the coffee.
I know that struggle. So, yeah. So, Vince McMahon, I don't know. Should people be worried, especially the people that Triple H brought back that he let go because he didn't see anything in them?
That would definitely every talent brought back. I'd be worried.
Yeah.
Though I don't. Why would I don't see Vince at the age of what 72 caring about any backlash. If he wants creative control, I could see him just forcing his way back in. I don't know the reason for the roundabout of selling.
Well, I mean, if he sells, he
That makes sense.
sells. If he sells, then he's out. He's selling.
But he can make a conditional selling where he still. That was the whole rumor was. It would be a conditional sell where he's.
But at this point, is that what he wants, or does he want to just, sell it and cash out?
That's the question of the hour, right?
Right? Like, is Vince doing this to come back because he misses what he's been doing for 60-something years? Or that's probably an overstatement, but you know what I mean? Or, oh, we got Joe coming on the show. Joe, welcome. Joe, can you hear us? All right, Joe's having some technical difficulties, but
setting up issues.
we'll have to see how it plays out. It's going to be very interesting.
All I know is I'm not looking forward to Vince back in the power chair.
I mean, it depends. If he stays in the background and he's not really influencing hires and fires and creative, then we're good. If he goes back to doing that, then no, then that's not.
Oh,
that's
I see Vince a all or nothing kind of guy. Like he's not going to be in the back. He's not a background player.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's nerve-wracking. As much as I loved the whole idea of Vince McMahon, at this point, proof is in the pudding. It's been a better product.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Especially with the talent that's been brought back.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you just did, I now hear an echo. Yeah, for sure. Whatever you just did, I now hear an echo.
Oh boy.
Joe, can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but there's a horrible echo.
Let me leave and come back.
All right. Sorry.
So yeah. Yeah. So Vince McMahon. We'll see. It's like another storyline. We're gonna see how this one plays out.
Oh yeah. Definitely interesting timing though, with Mania season coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, Al Montez to the show. What's up, brother? See another one? We're having technical difficulties. All right. Well, Al's joining us too, but we're having some volume issues. So there is a lot of shit. What else do you want to? I'll let you. Where do you want to go next? Because there is a lot of shit to cover. Oh, we got Joe trying to get back on. Joe, how you doing?
I was just going to mention that sale time would be around WrestleMania. They said 3 to 6 months, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, good.
But there's still an echo.
That's really weird.
Really weird.
How about now?
I think we're good now. No, you know what? It's coming now. I'm hearing me.
Yeah.
Hello? You hear me?
Yes. There you go. I can hear you.
Hey, sorry, man. It took a little bit to get on. How's everybody doing?
It's all good. We're having a major echo issue, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Hope it's not me.
I don't know. But listen.
Is it me?
No, I don't think so because it was before you came on.
Oh, okay.
So listen, we're talking to Vince McMahon. What are your thoughts, guys?
That's a big thing to talk about right now. I think this is just a play to get ready for a possible sale. Again, the company's always done well when he was around. Oh, yeah. The second it was announced after hours, the stock went up like 12%. So that's a huge jump out of nowhere, coincidentally, right at the same time when McMahon was announced coming back. So I think he's coming back just to save face because he's the king of the company. He's built it from the ground up, and it would look a lot better to investors with him on paper as chairman or whatever you're calling him coming back in. So I think that's what's happening right now. I don't think it's for creative.
All right, so let's say you're right. It stays out of creative and it's solely about a sale, right? And they sell. What's that mean for WWE?
It's going to get in someone else's hands. I think the top person to take over is Fox. There's so many things that are in play right now, so many different people. They're talking NBC, Comcast, Warner Brothers, Fox, some company in Saudi Arabia. You know, they got big money there. There's a lot of people in play, but I think Fox would be the smartest choice because they're already doing the production for SmackDown. So they already laid the groundwork. And if they got Raw, forget about it. They already have half the work laid right over there. But what does that mean? They're going to take it to a different level. These are production companies. You know, WWE has learned to be an entertainment company. These guys were known to be in entertainment, known to be in production. So I think they're just going to take it to a whole new level.
But that scares me a little because I don't want WWE to become like a sitcom. Like it is a sitcom. That's not what I'm trying to. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Sitcom.
Huh?
To be more of a TV than a sports entertainment.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be more of like a TV. It is a TV show. This is all
like a reality show.
Stupid. Yeah, kind of, but like, I don't fucking know.
The wrestling,
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Is what I think you're trying to get at.
Huh?
Wrestling's less de-emphasized and more of a TV sitcom approach.
Yeah, pretty much. Al, what do you think?
I would agree there. Also, Fox is known for terminating stuff quick.
That's true. Al, what do you think?
Did we lose Al?
Al's muted currently.
We might have lost. All right. Well, like anything else, it's another storyline we got to follow and see where it goes.
I'm sorry. I'm back.
What are your thoughts on the Vince thing?
Well, I mean, the kid in me, right? I agree with Joe 100%. I think it's all about bringing up the stock where you can sell it at the highest number possible, right? The kid in me just wants him to get stunned one more time, honestly. I just want to see him, for some reason, come out, say something, and then Stone Cold does what he does to him best. But yes, it's total. I even read this one article saying that for people not to be worried, that Triple H will still be, as far as everything goes with personnel and as far as how the story goes, he's still going to be in charge of that. So at least we have a peace of mind in that. My main thing was him coming over and wanting to take over the company again and start doing whatever he wants. So I truly believe it's just a matter of selling. And Fox is the ideal one, right? SmackDown's been great ever since Fox took over it. So I could see them being the front runner. But you can never discount Disney. Disney's a big player in anything they want to get into. My only scary thing with Disney is it'll become too friendly, and we're trying to get away from the PG era, and I could just see us falling right into it if Disney takes over.
Oh, it would become the G era. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Horrible.
Right?
I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how this story plays out. That's for sure. So listen, there's a lot of shit to cover that went down since last week. Al, throw out something.
Oh man, I mean,
because we got so many different things. And Joe, you too. Come up with something.
The Rumble.
Besides Raw.
Let's talk about the Rumble. What's going on? There's a lot of chatter right now, and if you saw Raw, we have right now in the bag. You have Seth Rollins, who said he's going to be good to go with his knee by then. You have Austin Theory. You have Bobby Lashley. You have a lot of people already being mentioned for the Rumble. What's going on? And again, going back to my guy, there are so many rumors about Austin coming back, and now people are thinking Austin and The Rock are going to somehow be in the Rumble.
You imagine if the final five, Austin and Rock were a part of it? Could you imagine? And then you throw
Could you
Cena
imagine
in the
number
mix too.
30? You hear the glass shatter.
That would
Or
be phenomenal.
either one, the glass or if you smell. You hear one of
Oh,
those at
that-
number 30,
yeah.
you're gonna shit.
Yeah, because it's never been done before in this era, with one of these top guys coming back, and I feel like that would just only play to more of their card of what they're trying to do for 39. If you look at the poster, some people were saying you notice a lot of lightning in the clouds, and that is like, to The Rock, the most electrifying man. So a lot of people are saying that. But again, another workout video came from Austin, and everyone is like, why is he posting this?
He's looking
And I
good.
think it's a work. I think it's a work.
It very well might be. It very well might be. He's looking good. I mean, listen, he looked good at Mania when he returned. So let's see.
I think the top two guys walking into the Rumble, if healthy, should be written in stone, which should be Rollins and the American Nightmare.
Cody.
I think that's the way the Rumble should start.
And listen, not for nothing, they're promoting the fuck out of Cody Rhodes right now.
Yeah.
Every
Right.
week.
So
Every
every
week.
week, another package, another interview. Like, I think he's the runner up to win the Rumble right now. I really do.
But can I interject there for a second?
Kat, welcome.
By all means.
I don't know necessarily if I want Cody Rhodes in at number 1 coming back from a pectoral tear that he needs to last 50, 60 minutes in the ring, even with breaks.
Not unless he's in the final maybe 10.
I would say, like I said, I think probably putting him in the late teens, 20s would probably be better. Than I would love to see him go from 1 to 30. I just don't think he's in the stability or capable of doing that yet.
Do you really think they'll throw him in even at number 30 if he's not physically ready to go?
This is the WWE and Vince McMahon's back. Anything is possible.
No, one thing that they've been pretty
very true.
They've been pretty strict on is injuries and not getting in the ring unless they're actually medically cleared. That's one thing.
Cody
Cody
Rhodes wrestled in a Hell in a Cell with a pectoral tear. They're not being as cautious as you think.
Yeah, and I'm sure he went to them and said, I will take full responsibility, and probably signed a shit ton of waivers.
Absolutely.
And it was his choice. He isn't a grown man.
I'm not disputing that, but that's not saying that they don't take the risk. That's what I'm saying. But I think putting him at number 1 after coming back from that type of injury is a huge risk. You wouldn't have done it to Triple H after he, tore his quad or anything like that. They put him in at 27 that year. Just saying.
All right. Well, listen, is it official that he is number 1?
No, right now the only 5 people official are, again, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Ricochet, and Kofi Kingston. Those are the only 5 official confirmed.
Right.
If you notice the history of the Royal Rumble, getting the number 1 pick ever since I would say Ric Flair's the one that made it popular in '92 when he won the belt. Usually that's a pristine position. Like, you're number 1. You're going to be in there for a while, and it's always given to a high-profile wrestler.
Brock Lesnar, he was number 1.
Right. I do agree with you 100% that him being healthy, it'll be a better strategy to put him in the latter end of the Rumble. But again, I don't see them taking a risk on a high-profile guy like Cody Rhodes to put him in so close to WrestleMania if he's not ready to go. I think they would just skip him and just have him show up later on and challenge one of the titles. But yeah, for him to go in the Rumble, I think he's medically cleared and he's ready to rock.
I got one for you. How if by accident somehow, Sami Zayn wins the Rumble?
Oh my God.
And now that sets up him versus the Tribal Chief for the title.
Would not hate it, not gonna lie.
It'd be fun.
That would be great.
Like it would be perceived as a total accident from Sami Zayn, but like in reality, like, fuck.
So we're gonna pull a Bret Hart Lex Luger moment. Got it.
And you can flip it and have Sami be like, "Oh, I did it intentionally. This was always my plan.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people."
Well, you can fantasize about all you want, but the problem is now you're dealing with a possible 2-night event with Roman Reigns if he's going to defend the belt twice. Once again, Cody Rhodes, and again another match with The Rock. So who knows if that's even in the cards?
And the rumors of
Wasn't-
that keep flip flopping
Go on.
too, because it's like 1 week you hear that he is going to defend both nights, and the next you hear he's only defending the Sunday night. So, but that could also be them putting all that out there so that we're having these kind of conversations,
There
so
you
we
go.
don't really know.
Tad Fields had fired. It's in the Raw tag team titles, just the Raw tag team titles up for grabs next week.
Are they?
Yeah,
Is
the
it
tag
just the Raw
titles.
one?
Yeah, it's going to be the Usos versus Baylor and what's his face?
Well, we don't know who
Martinez.
Damian Priest's partner is. It could be Damian. It could be Finn after last night.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true.
Finn started the match, but Dominic finished it. I'm sorry, I said Ray. I meant Dominic, but he's the one that finished it.
I'll tell you what. Let's talk about Dominic for a second, since you
Let's
brought
not
him up.
say we did.
Let me tell you, the commentary team with Dominic is fucking hilarious because they're trying to get him over as such a badass that was really in prison for like 5 minutes, and now he's coming out dressed like Conan.
Oh my God, that's the exact same thing I said last night. If Conan lost 200 pounds, that's what he'd look like.
Right? So I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious. But they're trying to make him out to be such a badass right now, and he's not.
Well,
No,
think
but
about it.
I
His
think-
muscle's mommy. So, like, he's really not a badass.
That's funny.
It's too good. It is the perfect role for him.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we got the Rumble coming, and now again the Raw 30th anniversary. There has not been a lot of promotion about it until hopefully maybe this week coming, about who's coming and what's going on. The only thing we know is Ric Flair is 100% going to be there. They've kept everything else under wraps. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen because, you know, we're going to be there. We're excited for that, obviously. The other thing is, too, leading up to the Rumble, there's going to be a lot of things going on in the next few weeks. So I'm excited to see what's going to be announced for the 30th, what angle they're going to go, what they're going to be playing around with, who they're bringing back. That's going to be another big thing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. This is one of the best times of the year because now we start getting everything ready for Mania. You know, we're really about to hit that start of the road. But yeah, I'm dying to know if we're gonna find out some more people. Although part of me doesn't really want to fucking know. You've kept it a secret this long. Keep it. Let us just be surprised.
Did you hear the element of surprise? Booker T?
Oh, coming back for the Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I love Booker T. But
As long as there's no Bellas, I'm happy.
I just, you know, the whole element of surprise is just so lost in pro wrestling now, and it just sucks, you know. And
I agree.
You know, I feel like we shouldn't find out about shit. They like, especially for the Rumble, you know, like
Exactly.
we rushed Charlotte to come back. I'm glad to see her, but now she's like, I would have liked her to have been a surprise in the Rumble, maybe.
I think your big surprise in the Rumbles for the girls is going to be Naomi.
You think?
Naomi's comeback. I'm sure she's working her contract good enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm coming back and I want to be a top. And I'm sure they're being strong armed right now. They don't want to lose her to AEW or New Japan. So they're probably gonna. I could see that being the move. Her being in the late 20s and having a big pop and going over.
There's still a lot of people that think tomorrow night Miss Monet is going to be the partner of Saraya.
She is.
That was already announced last week
leaked.
with Tony Storm. Nope,
Yeah.
they said on AEW last week Tony Storm's doing it.
No, the theory behind it is that the woman, what's her face? I forget her name. The other one.
Jamie Hayter?
No, the Asian woman that was
Kyrie Singh, whatever her name is, or
Kari Sane Wannabe? Yeah, I know who you mean.
yeah, that one was so angry. Like she had that look of disgust in her face. The theory is she takes Storm out prior to the match, and now she needs another partner, and that's when Mercedes Moné surprises the world and shows up
With Bam Bam Bigelow's hairdo.
Oh my god!
Saraya was interviewed on SiriusXM promoting AEW in LA, and they were asking her about Mercedes, Moné, Sasha Banks appearing. She said she has no idea. She's been asking Tony Khan, like, what's the deal? And she says, I have no clue. Who knows?
Well, it's not like they don't know each other, so it could be a true surprise and then get real emotion. It would be nice, as I'm sitting here saying that there's no element of surprise anymore. But
what's the big girl's name, Steve? I forgot her name right now. I love her. The TBS champ,
Jade.
Jade. I think the only person that'd be able to take Jade Cargill down will be David against Goliath, but it'll be Monet. I think that'll be a great feud, and then you could finally take Jade away from the TBS title and give her what she really deserves, which is the AEW championship. Because she's a monster in the ring, and the people like her. Like,
how do you guys think Mercedes was perceived at her debut in New Japan? Because, like, I get there's a cultural thing, and but you could hear fucking crickets even afterwards when she was walking out of the ring. And then she had a press conference and nobody had questions for her. Like, it was just very bizarre.
I think the way she left WWE was kind of a slap in the face. Even if you're getting shit on, even if you're not being treated the right way, you don't leave the biggest wrestling sports entertainment company like that and then expect to go somewhere else and be respected 100%. So I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't received well, and it's just, to slap in the face of WWE and go somewhere else and do something like that thinking you're going to get an ovation. I wouldn't expect it for her. So that's just kind of the way I look at it.
Especially a Japanese audience.
Oh yeah,
that's the main factor, the Japanese audience, because the WWE superstars do that all the time, show up at other places, but in Japan, that's like a big slap in the face. So you're right on that.
And it's not like WWE is a worldwide company. Sasha isn't a big name in the Japanese crowd, so it's going and expecting a huge pop isn't.
That's not necessarily
kind of fool's errand.
Well, it is though, Steve, because if you think she was going to get like a Shinsuke Nakamura reception, it wasn't going to happen.
No way.
No, but Kat, if you watch the video, there was like next to no reaction
because nobody cared.
That's what I said.
I don't know.
I honestly, I would be more intrigued and more excited to see her show up on AEW tomorrow night or anytime than I would be about her debuting in New Japan. She's not a huge factor in New Japan, so it made no sense.
I believe, Kim, you're right. I do believe. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. Kat, right? Not Kim.
Kat, yeah, it's okay, sweetie.
Kat, I'm sorry. I think they did it in reverse. I think if she would have showed up at AEW first, gotten the pop, and then showed up in New Japan, it would have been a different story.
100%. I agree with you 100% because it went from being a tag team champion with Naomi to a no-show for God knows how long, a rebrand, like I said, with Bam Bam Bigelow's hair like the Statue of Liberty, and it's dead. It didn't work, at least in my opinion. But Steve, I forgot to ask you a question.
Sure.
Did we talk about your girlfriend, Little Miss Bliss, yet?
Not yet, but now that you brought her up, I'm glad to have that conversation. So, Alexa,
I was praying in the car, like, please let him not talk about Alexa yet. Please let him not talk about her yet.
Well, as we all know, I am in all my glory. Because especially now, she came out, she cut a great promo about she's the evil one and basically, said not to worry about Howdy and Wyatt and all them. They should worry about her and this and that. And then the stare down with Howdy. Who the fuck knows is going? Is she going to go full blown back to the way she was? Or is this the new version we're going to get? And then is she with Uncle Howdy? Is she with Bray? Is it all one and the same? Who the fuck knows? But that's the beauty of it because we still don't know. I can't figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't know either because the whole thing, because we haven't talked since Friday or whatever, but even with Uncle Howdy Doody, whatever, Bo Dallas, what he did to Bray Wyatt, putting the Sister Abigail on him on Friday night. There's just so many conflicts in this story. It's one of the more interesting stories that's going on in WWE right now.
Well, yeah, like we talked about that last week, and I said maybe it was Howdy trying to light a fire back in Bray to not be this whole I love, I miss you guys kind of thing and back to being a psychotic fuck. But but I don't know which way it's going to go. It's just so confusing. There's so many layers, which is not a bad thing because this is finally a storyline that you can't really figure out. And that's not a bad thing.
And it's the beauty of how Bray Wyatt can perform it.
My only fear is that the payoff needs to be right. As long as there's a payoff.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm very nervous because they're doing another gimmick match with Bray for his first match back. I can't see Bray losing his return match, but what's going to happen with and which another member of the Six is going to probably show up. There's too many. I can't figure it out.
Especially for a gimmick match, a corporate sponsored gimmick match, like the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
That LA Knight specifically said on a podcast this week, I have no idea what the fuck that even means.
Instead of a Stone Cold Beer Bash, they have a Mountain Dew Pitch Black Beer Bash.
Oh yeah, that's G-rated.
It'd be interesting to see. I think the lights are going to be out. They're going to have spotlights on them, and everyone's going to have their fucking phones on in the fucking audience.
Exactly. So how is it going to be pitch black with all the cell phones? Exactly.
It'll be all the lights out, but there will be purple lights for the purple Mountain Dew.
I don't even think it's going to be... I think we're going to get more cinematography than anything. I don't think we're going to be... or they won't see Bray Wyatt in a live event. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're still going to keep that suspense. I feel like Undertaker, AJ Styles, that final match that they had, something in that sense, because that was a hit. And I feel like Bray Wyatt can take that to another level. And LA Knight is a good talent. So I think something like that. And Steve, you're right. The intro to the more members of the Wyatt family. Who knows? We might even see Alexa Bliss in that house because Alexa Bliss doesn't have a match coming up right now, except for being in the Rumble, so she could show up there. And that Uncle Howdy.
I mean, listen, it could be something as simple as the match it ends up in a playground and she's sitting on a swing. You know,
correct. So I could see something like that playing out with no problem.
I mean, Bray did come out of a Jack in the Box for Mania, so who knows what she can pop out of.
I can see something in the future, Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy and Alexa Bliss and whoever the hell going up against someone like, the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
There you go. I think that would be the perfect setup after Mania or that Mania. I don't know.
Well, listen, anything that finally gives Bray Wyatt a win at WrestleMania is a good thing because the man has literally never won at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're going to see him physically wrestle until WrestleMania, actually.
Really?
Cat, he did beat Cena.
I don't think so. We'll get this cinematography one, and then he's going to keep doing all his things, and he's going to get the big brother love from Uncle Howdy, and he might keep beating him up. Who knows? I feel they're going to try to hold on to him for so long and try to keep giving us this just bravado on the mic and let him speak his mind away and kind of get frustrated but keep us still in the loop. I don't know. I just feel like it. I don't think we're going to see him wrestle in Royal Rumble.
Yep. And Ryan, to your correction, you're right. He didn't win a Firefly Funhouse match, but I don't really count that as a wrestling match either. So
fair.
It was entertaining, but that wasn't a match.
He hasn't won in a physical ring at WrestleMania. That's what you meant to say.
Correct. Yep, there you go.
It was a physical ring. It just counted his own pinfall somehow.
Anything that has John Cena as a member of the NWO doesn't count as a match. I'm sorry. Because to quote Vince McMahon, I think I'd rather have Virgil in the NWO back than John Cena. Just saying.
It was a trip, though.
There you go, too. Yeah. If it's trippy, there you go. It wasn't a match.
Actually, speaking of Vince, really quick, just to go back to him, and I think Steve, you brought this up because we always talk shop. Um, do you think he's going to get inducted this year in the Hall of Fame with his comeback?
I
Uh,
You'd
I
have to like sedate Vince and drag him on stage for him to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
I that's a good fucking question. I mean, listen, one thing with Vince is he's his ego.
Mm-hmm.
And just as a big like fuck you, he might say, "Yeah, I'm going to go in the Hall of Fame." It's possible. They're going to be
Especially
in
with the rumors
Hollywood.
of the sale and all these things
Right.
going on. I mean, the two biggest names that have not been in the Hall of Fame are him and The Rock. Does it happen this year before the
Right.
sale, before this craziness happens?
Yeah.
It would have to be before the sale because I don't know anybody that's going to induct him after the sale.
There you go.
I would love to be a fly on the wall with Stephanie and Triple H when they got the news that Vince was officially coming back.
I was reading stuff about that, and everyone who was there that got the reports about it, from what I've been reading from all these people, like Meltzer, Son Ross, they all said business as usual, business as usual. So this could just be some behind the scenes stuff that they don't want people getting involved with worried
That's a
about.
very political answer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see
Yeah, that
Stephanie
is.
and Nick's email before the 3:30 meeting? We're all excited for this fantastic opportunity. What
Oh,
opportunity?
Well, their job
you know
is to
that
also
email
keep
is going to
everybody
be
at
leaked.
ease. They gotta try
Yeah.
and keep everybody at
They-
ease and not paranoid.
Yeah, that was back talk for we wish you well in your future endeavors.
It's gonna be
His
interesting
first
to
order of
see.
business as the board of director, Mandy Rose getting her job back so he can have copies of the pictures. Just saying.
Unless she sent it to him
No,
already.
I could.
This is true.
I could
If
see
she
Vince
gets
being
her
like,
job back next week, we know why.
I heard she's actually already in talks with Tony Khan.
Oh my God. She's made a ton of money already. She's made more money now than she's ever made at WWE with the shit she's doing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Listen, more power to her. I'm sick of the
Right?
double standard though.
Yeah.
That
I
because
agree.
she was a girl doing that's a problem. Meanwhile, Shawn Michaels posed for Playgirl. Freaking so much stuff that guys have done. I mean,
Yeah, but times are a lot different now than they were then,
Very
too.
different.
okay, the Brad Maddox, Paige, Alberto Del Rio,
I mean,
Apollo Creed video.
Kat, we grew up with All in the Family, and we grew up with the Jeffersons, and we grew up with that shit can't air now.
I didn't grow
All
up
in the
watching.
Family.
I didn't grow up watching Paige getting screwed by Apollo Creed and Brad Maddox at the same time.
There's a difference between.
I
I
know
cannot
who
Xavier
confirm nor
Woods.
deny
I
if
know
I've
who
ever seen said video.
You said
And-
Brad Maddox. It's Alberto Del Rio. Get it right.
No, you get it right. There's things you don't know about. There was a video. Be quiet.
Wait, we were
Sorry,
just
Yeah.
talking about this,
14-year-old.
Al. Who were the two people? The guy from New Day and the other one, Maddox.
It
Yeah.
was
That other guy,
Xavier Woods
Maddox.
and
Maddox.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
Maddox.
that nobody got fired for that. Nobody got in trouble for that, whether it was a leak or not. How many videos have been leaked about Charlotte? How many pictures have been leaked about with guys and everything like that?
And
that
nude,
nothing gets
completely
done.
nude. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something that's even more troublesome and worried, right? Like, all right, let's take the whole context out of the nudity, right? Let's just call a wrong for a wrong.
Right.
You have a guy like Jey Uso that's been caught DWI
Thank
a
you.
bunch of time, and he never got released.
Thank
You
you.
have right now Ridley.
Riddle.
Riddle has a cocaine problem, and they're
Yeah.
helping him out instead of letting him go. So that's where I believe the double standard come in. Forget about because like Steve said, right? It was way back then. Shawn Michaels did pose for Playgirl, but Sable posed for Playboy. So that washes each other out. It's in this era now. It's like, all right, you could drive under the influence and be going balls out, but you can't put half a nipple up because you could get released for that. Like, I don't get that. That doesn't.
Do you
sit
remember
right with me.
Lana and Rusev? Is that was her name, Lana? Do you remember
Yeah,
her?
CJ Curry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She did the same thing. She had so many photos posted, and you could see her boobs right in everything, like completely see it.
Yeah. Well, again, that was during the Vince McMahon era, so he probably subscribed to it.
No,
But now that Triple H is in charge, he's going to get in trouble with Stephanie. So, oh no, you can't work here.
Hmm.
Who knows? But like I said, like I said, I'm not going to say that I saw everything that Mandy, but compared to what some of the stuff that's out there now, it really wasn't that terrible.
Yeah, 100%.
At all. Not to lose her job.
No, not at all. Exactly. It's not like she's a pre-K teacher. Come on.
And like we mentioned before, like she sold sexuality. Like that's who her character
It was her. She oozed it. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what they pushed. So going from that to having her lose her job is kind of a little crazy.
Right. And don't knock the fact that whatever, like when she dropped the title and everything, well-deserved win and everything, not taking anything away from that aspect at all. But it was just for the reason why, if you told me to let her go because like, hey, listen, we wanted you to improve over the last year and a half and you didn't do it, or you did something really, really, really wrong. Okay, whatever. It was one of the stupidest reasons I've seen as of late, besides the cutbacks from like a year and a half ago, that for someone to be let go because of that. It made no sense. When they're the ones that said that you could have this stuff back after Vince McMahon took it away.
I got some breaking news.
What's up?
Stephanie stepped down as CEO of WWE.
What?
No shit.
Why would she do that?
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking at the letter right now.
I'm trying Instagram.
Hang on, pulling it up.
Why
I'm
would
sending
she
it
do
to the
that?
group.
No kidding.
Yeah, I have
Because
it right here.
a certain Mac Daddy wants his spot back.
Good
Oh,
God.
man.
Oh my God. Triple
And
H is next.
Wow.
I just got it. Stephanie McMahon resigns from WWE. McMahon
Bleacher
announced.
Report.
Bleacher Report.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just it everywhere. Crazy.
Wow.
But wait, is
wow.
she resigning altogether from the WWE or just
Yeah.
from that? Holy
No,
crap,
just
and everything.
the co-CEO. Just the
I look forward to sharing
co-CEO
WWE from
position.
the other side of business where I started when I was a little kid as a pure fan. I will always remain dedicated to the WWE. I truly love our company, our employees, our superstars, and our fans, and I'm grateful to all of our partners. Thank you for everything then, now, forever together, Stephanie.
Yeah, no, she officially resigned altogether. Holy shit.
She just posted it 6 minutes ago on Twitter. Yep.
Was that a full resign? Was saying it was a resign from the co-CEO.
She did it right after Vince came back. Had this not happened with Vince, she wouldn't have done that.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's saying that she's looking forward to doing it from the fans, from the sidelines or whatever. She's going back to her leave that she took 8 months ago. She's done.
Oh.
Yep, resigns from WWE.
Damn.
Not just the position.
No, yeah, she's done with WWE. Holy Steve, I think
Wow.
this is the
Talk
first
about
time
Universal.
Steve, I think this is the first time breaking news ever happened while we're on the show like this.
I know. Can you believe it?
Holy
shit.
crap.
Hey,
That's
guys,
huge.
guys, can you imagine if Stephanie McMahon shows up at AEW tomorrow night?
Oh, man, that would be freaking amazing.
As the new GM
Wow.
of AEW, that'll be a story.
That would be
But-
wow. But wait a minute.
What was that Cody's wife's position?
Does
in,
this mean that
AEW?
there's a chance that we're going to see a letter like this in the next few minutes that Triple H is stepping down as well?
Get your
Ooh.
popcorns ready.
That's what I was wondering, like, because, and the same thing with Nick Khan, anybody can pull this now, but especially for Triple H because of the fact, like, if she's taken that leave, is he going to really want to go 110% more into the WWE now? Damn.
But
That's
now
crazy.
she's back in full control.
It's all
Who
Vince's
knows?
fault.
That's a good point, actually, Autumn brought up. I wonder what happens to her shares now.
See, it says here that our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair and is leading an excited process of regarding strategic alternatives.
Yes, we know that, but what I'm saying is I wonder what happens to her shares.
I don't see her losing them. Vince didn't lose his.
I'm sure that's part of some agreement, but what the fuck?
Crazy.
Feels like somebody just died.
Right?
It's just
Everybody's like
it's
so sad right now.
There's a lot
it's
to
not.
process.
It is a lot to process, and it's. I don't know if it's that it's Stephanie or now all I can keep thinking is, oh my God, is Triple H next? Because if he is, then that means Vince is back in the seat, and that means things are going to go back to the way they were.
And things have been going so well for a good amount of time now, and it's like, are we really going back? Are we moving that backwards again? It's all started around the Royal Rumble last year with the Shane Vince McMahon fight. Here we go again.
He's back in charge when Doink the Clown shows up at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Hey, that's some good shit, pal.
Man, what a week for Vince to be sick.
Right?
Yeah. Breaking news live on the air. Holy shit. And that is some big fucking news.
This is like those veteran like baseball players or athletes that just can't stay retired. That's what he reminds me of right now. Like
I'll put in some wrestling news. It's like Ric Flair trying to kill himself in the ring.
yeah, right.
Exactly like that. You're right.
Did you see that he wants to wrestle another match?
I did.
Bro, could you imagine if Stephanie showed up at AEW? That would be amazing.
Great. It'd be great as Monet's manager. That'll be awesome.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
Oh my God, that'll be great.
Wow.
If I'm Khan right now, I'm offering her a stupid amount of money. Right now, just blank check. What do you need? We need you for this.
Yep. She went from one con to another.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Unfortunately, I don't see Triple H staying without Steph. I don't necessarily agree with that because at the end of the day, Triple H doesn't do this necessarily just for the title or the money. He does it for the love of the business. So I don't think Stephanie staying or going is going to make a difference. It's not like Stephanie's not going to be allowed there. She's just not going to have any authority. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. It's going to be very interesting.
Triple H leaves, that whole locker room is going to turn upside down.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of talent he's been pushing that's well deserved to be pushed that won't see the light of day if Vince McMahon takes the realm again.
There goes Ricochet's push. Spring cleaning is going to come early.
Yep, it'll be the day after the Royal Rumble like it always is now. Man, just when I thought I was done hearing the names like Kevin Dunn.
Well, I will say this, though, too. Vince needs to make sure the value of WWE stays intact if he's trying to sell. So he's not going to do anything that he thinks is going to hurt the value and have ratings go down. So in that respect, he might be smart enough to see what Triple H has done and let him continue to do what he's doing until the sale, and then it's up to the next ownership to decide what they want to do.
But he thought nothing was wrong with the product when he stepped down.
That's fair, but he also can see the increase in ratings since he has been gone.
That's his ego's talking like that? I don't know about that.
Well, I'm hoping the businessman in him would
he's right. I don't think he'll ever think he's wrong. I mean, it's Vince McMahon.
That's true.
You don't think he's wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What he's doing is good, but I could do it better. That's his mentality on everything.
Yeah. Well, I get it. We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting. It's still early, so more news can drop at any moment. So
that's what we're all doing, too. We're all sitting here looking at our phones like, wait, what else is coming in? What else is coming in?
I know. We'll see. Anything else you guys want to? Yeah, right. Anything else you guys want to cover? We're getting close to the top of the hour. Anything specific we haven't covered yet?
Did we talk about Top Dollar's heel turn?
Great heel turn.
Yep.
Great heel turn. I think turning them heel is the best thing for them right now because everything I'm hearing, this is like their final shot. If this doesn't get over, they're out. So I think it'll work as a heel team.
It certainly gives them a position to succeed. It's a lot easier to get over as a heel than as a face.
Yeah.
Anybody else here think that Bailey and what's her name, the man, are about to become a tag team in the near future? I said that last week, and they laid the seeds for that a little bit.
Bailey and Becky?
And Becky Lynch?
I could see them. Yes, I could see them. Remember last week when Becky came out and called her the weak link, that she's the only one not carrying gold?
Right.
Oh, I see what you mean. Making her turn against.
Yes. Did you notice how the girls looked at each other when she said that? They kind of looked at each other like, holy shit, she's right. So I feel like that's planting the seed. And obviously you'll have a rift between Bailey and the man. But eventually, I feel like they'll become champion, which they'll be the one to dethrone, what's her face? Ronda Rousey and her muscle.
Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, because I think they'll be the next champ. Tag team champion.
It makes perfect sense, because the only way that this whole tag team division for the women works is that you need more tag teams.
Correct.
So,
and you need better tag teams. Better tag teams. Not more.
Right.
Better.
And because it's much more believable to have a Becky Lynch and a Bailey facing Shayna and Ronda Rousey.
Right.
So I could see that. I could see maybe at the Rumble, that's where the breakup happens, unless they drag it out till Mania, let it build and build and build.
Well, unless maybe they lose the titles because of something Bailey does, and then there has to be a save, and the save is Becky.
Correct. I could see that happening. They lose the title to Baszler and Ronda, and then, they do figure out, like, you're the reason. We don't need you. I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, like they pull an Edge with the Judgment Day. We looked for the weakness. You were the weakness. Even though you started it, we're finishing it.
Correct.
Speaking of which, I need my Edge back in the Royal Rumble.
I hear he's coming. He's coming for Mania.
That's what I'm saying. So he needs to be back in the Rumble. Please, I need my Edge
not
back.
WrestleMania. He's coming for Rumble. I'm sorry, Rumble.
I think you're right, though. I think he's going to be in both. I think he's going to be in the Rumble, and I think he's going to be at Mania as well. I mean, assuming, he stays healthy, of course. But
it's got to be healthier than Cody Rhodes at this point. No.
Oh, stop. Cody Rhodes is on the mend.
I'm joking.
Cody Rhodes
you miss
is
my
ready.
sense of humor?
I just don't know if I'm ready to see Cody Rhodes as a world champion. But
what if he split the titles and Cody's one of the two world champs, not the one world champ?
Well, we've been talking about that for a while, but it's a matter of how you go about doing it.
What if Seth Rollins wins the WWE title and faces Rhodes at Mania? That way you cap off that feud and he gets the WWE title.
I believe this storyline with Roman Reigns. First of all, Roman Reigns ain't losing in the near future. That's number one.
Correct.
So it could be to the point that, remember, Roman Reigns now has a watered down schedule. So he's going to be performing less, and we've noticed this. So it could be to the point they can add that to the storyline. And who's the GM of Raw? I always forget his name. He's always
Adam
on TV.
Pearce.
Adam Pearce comes out and mandates for Roman Reigns to defend on Raw more often, specifically the WWE title.
Right.
Roman Reigns could just show up on Raw and say, I smashed everybody. I don't need to be on this B show. Matter of fact, I don't need this belt. Leaves it in the ring, walks away. And now he doesn't harm himself. And now you can have a tournament for the WWE Championship.
That's good.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that.
Why aren't you writing for them?
I was going to say they should be cutting you a paycheck.
Yeah.
I would love to. I send them a lot of tapes. They just don't listen to them. No, stop playing.
You wouldn't want that job.
Oh, and in regards to the Cody Rhodes thing about putting a strap on him right away, I don't think that's the idea. This guy, Cody Rhodes, known for one thing, and that's battling throughout his whole career. So there's no way you can just take him off an injury and put a strap on him. He has to battle for that strap. I wouldn't put a strap on Cody at least till minimum SummerSlam.
All right, but then you're saying that he's definitely not winning the Rumble.
No, somebody got to screw him, and then that's your new rivalry.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Somebody got to screw him, come from outside or something like that. and he has to battle with them for a little bit. And he could go for the, he could do a few more things. But I would put the U.S. Championship on him, if anything. I'll let him handle that title for a little bit. But that has its own story going with Gunther and Strowman. I mean, I really would like McIntyre, but I think they might do a tag team with him and what's his name? The Celtic Warrior. Why am I forgetting his name right?
I'm sorry, Al, are you talking about the Intercontinental title or the U.S. title?
I jumped all over the place, hon. I was just talking to myself right now. But I said for Cody Rhodes, I did mention the U.S. title. I would put that title on him. If you want to put a strap on him, let him defend that for a while.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so you mean him so then Cody Rhodes, Austin Theory. That's actually not bad either, though.
Yeah,
it's fitting with the whole American Nightmare thing, too.
Yeah, that actually really works. I was like, wait a minute, when did Gunther beat Austin Theory? That's where I got lost for a second. I had mom brain. I got really confused, like I missed something.
No. It was just me going off.
No, I know I fall asleep during wrestling sometime, but I thought I missed an entire year. With 4 kids, it's possible.
It is.
All right. Well, listen, we are just about the top of the hour. So anyone else, one final thing you guys want to get out before we wrap?
Well, one question.
Yeah.
Is anyone else sick of new Lacey Evans revamps every 3 months?
The only way I'm not going to be upset is if she has a new manager. And since she's going to be using the Cobra Clutch as her finisher, I want to see Sergeant Slaughter as her manager.
Thank you. But I did not even recognize her during that at first.
Right?
It didn't even fucking look like her. I was like, who the hell is that? And then it said Lacey Evans. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, she's looking good. I mean, she's the real deal. If they could get it right, they just keep changing it every fucking 6 months. They don't let anything like settle and work. So, I mean, I'll tell you this has got to be her last straw. Like, if she doesn't get this fucking thing over, she'll be another one wishing the best in the future endeavors.
Yep, definitely.
Well, and then on that note, it is now the top of the hour. I want to thank everyone for joining us this week on the War Report. We are live every Tuesday, 6 p.m., so make sure you check us out. And we're on every streaming thing you could possibly imagine. Ryan is gracious enough to get the podcast up on all of them, usually within 24 hours of the show.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's it. Thank you for checking us out. We will be back next week live at 6 p.m. Vince, hope you're feeling better. And I want to thank everyone for joining us, and we will see you next week.